Welcome everyone. Today we are going to discuss our library module. Participants, it's a request. Kindly, please do not unmute. If you have any query, then only unmute. So, good afternoon and welcome to everyone. आज हम हमारा library module discuss करने वाले हैं. So first, I'll just walk you through all the points we are going to cover today. So first is how you can use the library settings. Then second will be book management and barcode generation. That is how you can generate barcodes for your books. And the third will be that how student can easily apply for the book directly from their logins. Okay. So today we are going to cover these all topics in details. That is library settings, book management, and how the child can apply for a book directly from their logins. So let's begin. So in your currently I'm doing this on a demo portal. In your portal, you'll be able to see in the home tab a tab called as library. Okay, आपके home tab पे you'll be able to find an icon or a tab called as library. So click on that. So library में सबसे पहले I'll go step by step. Library, the first thing you need to do in library is you need to go to library settings. That you need to have a setup ready. So I'll just guide you on what all options we have. Okay. So in library settings, the first will start with the supplier. Now, whichever suppliers you usually collect your book from, so you can enter your supplier names. Now, for example, I'll enter a name. Okay. And submit. Then once that is done, you can create categories and subcategories, or first you can create types. The order of this can depend upon you. Then types is the different types of books you have, religion, philosophy, literature, languages. So what all type books you have, you can create multiple types accordingly. Then status, that is available and issued, that will be there by default. So status, that is available and issued. Then after that will be category and subcategory. Okay. So in books also you might have categories like science. Then in that will be science fiction or fiction. In that the book, in which book type does that come under? Okay. And you can assign codes also. Now each of your category you can assign a code to that individual category as you usually do for your library. Then accordingly same, you can also do a subcategory. You can add a category name and you can decide in which main category it is. Now, for example, if the category is science mystery, now the subcategory, if you want to create science fiction. So in this, accordingly, you can create a category and you can also create a subcategory. Then after that is the arrangement, like how is it placed around your library. Now for each cupboards, usually there are codes. So you can give your own code. You can have your own codes over your cupboard codes. Then you can have shelf codes accordingly. And shelf codes inside, if this is the shelf code, then inside which cupboard, you can decide that also. And ladder codes. That is, if you're having ladders, then ladder codes as well. So this is just the basic prior setup what is required. That is, you can create your suppliers, your different book types, your categories, subcategories. Then you can define that within how many days the student can reapply for the book. That is, if the student has issued the book, and it can be different for students, different for teachers. Like if your students can reapply within 5 days, then teachers can reapply after 10 days. So you can decide. And again, if you have a division key, you have reapply dates different for your primary section and different for your secondary section, then you can choose which sections you want to have that applicable for and how many days. That is, automatically the system will consider that particular days as the due days, that how many, after how many days can the that particular class reapply for. Okay. And the after the at last, the most important one is the policy. That is, first is fine policy, that after how many days, like what is the late amount that you want to define. Then you can define it different for different classes as well, and different for students and teachers as well. Then how much is late amount, whether you want it to be fixed, that is, it's fixed after after the due date, automatically this particular amount will be applied, or percentage wise, that is, the that much percentage of the total cost of the book. So you can decide what how it is supposed to be. Now, for example, one is 10 rupees per day, that will be the fixed amount, and the percentage one is the 2% of the book price. So in this way, you can define which way fine policy you want to go ahead with, and you can apply that particular fine policy. Then return and renew policy. The same way we did a reapply, that within how many days the child has to return or renew it. So automatically, at the day of issue, the return date will be considered by the system depending on what you have entered as the return or renew date. Then access policy and block user. Now, in case if one particular child you want to block the library module for, you can do that from block user. Now, these are just basic setup of what is required to go into the library. So any queries over here you can ask, then only I'll move ahead.
Can you show what is access policy? What does it include?
Access policy is who should have access to the module.
Then no. Then systemize author and all this. I don't know. I didn't get this.
No, it will be, I think, the staff names as well. Editor, author, publisher.
The group names are the. It's showing all the group name. Okay. Or the profiles. Or the profiles.
Profile names. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. And block user. Okay.
Block user, in case someone violates the library norms, then they can block that particular user. So he or she won't be able to issue any books.
Can you show fine policy again? How does that know fine policy?
Now, fine policy is first you can decide whom you're applying to, then whether you want to apply for the whole class or specific classes. Then there are two types. One is fixed and one is percentage. Fixed is this particular amount after this particular days. Now, if let's say I want to give the amount of 50 rupees after it has lapsed for 5 days, then in that way I can keep a fixed amount. After that, this particular number of days delay, this particular amount will be applied.
This is what, per day or
per time? Day, per day.
Okay, per day.
Per day.
Okay.
And percentage is whatever will be the price of the book. That much.
Most of them would be. Most of schools would be using per day.
Per day, yeah, per day.
Okay. Also, any other query? Anyone on this?
Yeah, Viva, where we can this thing issue the receipt of this payment.
Receipt of this payment.
Fine.
That will be when you're connecting, when you're collecting at that time, when you're collecting the receipt.
No, but where we can generate this receipt?
That if you go to library.
That we can, I think, cover later on part.
Yeah.
Once we are into that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
So settings, any queries like a fine, how to set up a fine or how to create categories, subcategories?
So reapply, come to once reapply. So here 5 days means after 5 days. Once he has returned the book, after 5 days he can apply again. Does
After
it
5
mean
days
that
he
way?
can, yeah. After 5 days he
Okay.
can apply again.
Okay. Great. Fine. ठीक है. Yeah. So anyone any query on this part? Whatever we have covered till now.
Yeah, Vibha, actually, we cannot issue the two books at a time, or if
We
we
can,
already.
sir. We can issue 2 books. If that's 2 different books, no problem.
Yes.
Or 2 different copies at least.
Right. Okay.
That part we will cover. I think because when we are showing this how to issue
Sure,
books
sir.
and all this, we'll just note this down. So we'll cover this part also. Yeah. Okay. So I think this is it in setting part. Yeah. So we can proceed further.
Now, next is after once your basic settings are done, when you click on library, the first tab that will open is the library management. Now, library management, the first thing is how you can issue, return, and book management. So I'll
I think
just do a
just
tab.
first part after
Yes,
this
sir.
first part, I think would be how to add the books.
Yeah, that will be book management. Okay. So now after once your settings part is done, whenever you're adding a new book, you need to go to the book management tab. So in book management, you can add a book or you can edit an existing book. Now, when you are adding a new book, now let's say then which publications, what is the book type?
Book type, where did you get this from? Book type.
Book
We have
type, so
category and subcategory only, no?
yeah, we have book type main. In type, there will be category and subcategory.
Achha,
Book
when I'm
type is the
creating a
main.
category, it's all.
uh,
Okay.
Yeah,
So
the
when
book
I'm
type
creating a
is-
category, it's asking for book type. Okay.
Yeah. So type is the first. In that will come the category, and in that will come the subcategory.
Okay. Achha.
So let's say if I create, now I'll just take that. Now when I select book type, automatically what is all the types that are there inside that, I'll be able to select the category. And in that again, if there is subcategory, I'll be able to select a subcategory. Then after that, let's say if you're buying 3 or 4 copies of the same book, each copy will should have a different registration number or accession number because for barcode scanning. So if there are multiple copies, then over here there's a plus symbol that you can create. So each copy will have a different GR number. Now you can have multiple copies in this way. You can add copies and you can give each one a unique GR number. Now this GR number will come by default, that is considering how much data is there in your library books. So this also you can edit if you want. Then we after once you are added your copies and your accession numbers, then from which publication place you have taken that from. Publication year, and just select one randomly. Now barcode, by default, it will also be generated. That is whatever your accession number is, based on that your barcode will be generated. But if you have a specific barcode number also, you can enter. Now cupboard, where it is kept in your library, which cupboard, which shelf, which ladder, you can decide that. If there is any DDC number is, I think, a demand draft. Then commercial details, whom you're buying it from. Then what is the price of the book? These all details are commercial details. You can fill those up. I'll just give a description. Then you can write a description as well. And once all your fields are done, you can click on submit. Now, whenever a new book is added, it will be there. You should be able to see that book in the issue book category. Now, for example, yeah, the one which I added right now. I added 3 copies. So I can see all the 3 copies. Now, this is about how to add a book. And after adding book, there is a edit book option. Now, the one point we mentioned is how you can generate your own barcodes. Okay. So over here now, if you want to have barcodes only of selected books, then you can have a tick mark. You can select the books. If you want to download print barcode only of selected books, you can download selected books, or you can directly click on print all barcodes, and it will open up in
No,
your.
now I would like to generate barcode for the books book you have entered now. New book which you have entered
Okay,
now.
the ABC books. Okay, 1 minute.
I think when a new book is added, automatically barcode should be.
Yeah.
generated.
It gets no. We need to click on get barcodes. Then. Okay. I think I heard some background noise. Just.
This it's not visible now.
Yes, it's actually getting loaded. I'll just select and do select print selected barcode because the data is big. It takes a few seconds. Okay. Now the one over here I've selected only the 3 books that we just added, and I clicked on print selected barcode, and in print selected barcode now I'm sharing a screen.
Vibha, print view is not visible to us.
Yes, now.
Yeah, it's visible. Yes.
So now for the 3 books that I have added, I can printed only those 3 barcodes.
How this will print view?
Okay, 1 second. Print. I have to close that because again click on that. Are you able to see the print view also now?
Right, yeah, you can see. Yes.
So how many books are
Okay,
there
so-
automatically based on that you
So
can?
basically, once you enter the book, you can take a print of this barcode and paste on that book.
Book, yeah.
Okay, great. So for now, okay, these 3 copies of the same book, so all these 3 copies will paste this barcode.
Yes, and each one will have the same registration or accession number we have given.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay. So this directly they can use what you call that barcode scanner to scan this.
Yeah,
So-
while issuing, the only thing they need to do is need to scan, and automatically that book will open up.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, okay.
So any queries
Now,
over
so
here?
who-
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry.
yeah. So any queries anyone on this, or how to add a book or anything? So one thing I like to add, like suppose you have your books data in Excel or something, we can also provide you Excel. If you provide us the books data in that format, we can directly add this books data from backend and give you. So once we can add all this data from backend and give you, and then whatever new books are afterwards, you are getting it that you can directly add from add book. So first time we can add all the books and give it to you. Only provided that you have to provide us with an Excel. So can you show that Excel? How that we have that one format. We'll be adding this Excel format here itself on the top side. So you can download that Excel from here also. But for now we have not added it. We'll be adding it soon. Vibha, can you show that Excel? Okay, so this is how we will be giving you an Excel. So you can add your books here and send us to our support team and we'll add it and give it to you. Okay. So any query on this on how to like is any query on this how to add books or how to create all your books data and everything? Okay, I think no query. Yes, we can proceed with one further.
So yeah, so once like sir said, your existing data will be added if you provide us the data in this according to the sample sheet, and later on whenever you're adding a new book, you can add and generate print barcode for selected books or all your books. Now once a barcode is
Yeah,
created,
if you have added all your books from backend and given it to you, you can click on print all barcode, and the barcodes for all the books would be generated at a single time, and you just have to paste it on that book, particular book. That barcode is an optional feature. It's not like you require a barcode. It's not necessary, but we have this option. Yeah.
so a minute, I think the screen closed. Just give me a minute. Okay, so now we have covered a book management part, that is how to add a book and how you can print out barcodes. And apart from printing barcodes, if you need to edit any information regarding a book, you can edit that particular information, or you can delete that also if it's added by mistake. Then after book management, we'll come to the part of where how the child can issue the book, and how to return a book, and how they can make a request from their own login. Now there are two things. One is that the child can directly issue or place a request from the login, or the second scenario where the child is coming to the library and issuing a book. Now, when the child is issuing a book, if you already have a barcode scanner, then you can directly scan it, and automatically these details can get filled. Now, I don't have that, but now because once that particular accession number is scanned, automatically you'll get the which book they are scanning using it for, or you can use filters or quick search also. Now, whenever as a librarian you're assigning the book, you can click over here on assign user. Okay, and you can directly quick search the student's name. Now, automatically when you select the student's name, his details will load up, and also the dates that you have set for return or renew, when in the case of renew, those dates will be applied. Now I have set 5 dates for return, that is it's supposed to be returned after 5 days. So automatically if the due date will come as 30th. Now over here, if there is any remark, like if there is some page tone or anything that remark you need to add before it's issued to the child, you can. And after once it's done, you can just click on assign user. Okay, now in this way you can easily assign that book. Now whenever later on also you try to assign that book to the same, now for example now any particular book, if you're trying to reassign again, if it's not available, it will show you to already issued, or in case if that particular book was issued, who issued the book before you are assigning, you'll be able to see all that in the table over here, that who was the user who issued it before, and what happened in that, when was it issued and when what is the return. So you know the book details also, the one usually is there in the library first page, you can see in the same tab here as well.
As the question was from Mr. Manoj, like
Yes, sir.
how to now suppose you have given one book to this now assign one book to, how do we if I have to assign same book or some other book to that same person, how do we go about that?
Okay, now let's say I want to assign one more book to the same user, and go to assign user and select the same student. Okay, okay, same student, and I'll click on assign user. That's it.
What is that on the right hand side? I wanted to know that.
One second. Sorry, which one? This one.
This,
Yeah, that's the same thing I was talking about. That 1 minute. What I'll do is I'll return one book from here, so you'll be able to understand what I'm trying to say. The book name was Hamasya. Now, this particular book, okay, Hamasya. Now, this one, it was once assigned to one child, and the child returned that book. So, whenever before assigning to another student, if you want to see the back, like what till now, who had issued it, when was it issued, when was it returned, so that will be visible over here. That's usually there in the first page of the book when we mention.
we get to know past history of that book, like all
Yeah,
this,
past history of that book.
who was assigned before to all this, current this, that. Okay.
Yes.
And at the top, we get to know the book details. Achha.
Yeah, the book details, and over here you can again issue it to another user.
Achha. Okay. But how do I get to know that, suppose this student is the author, how many books has been assigned to this person?
Then over we have in reports. We do have in reports where I can check how many books are
Okay,
assigned
that
to
then
one child.
we'll go later.
Yeah,
on
we'll
that.
cover that in the reports part. Yeah.
But I think while issuing book, that is required somewhere to know that how many users, how many books has been assigned to that user.
Is already okay. Okay. We can.
Suppose school wants key 2 user, 3 user, how many, like so according to that, some it should be shown somewhere that okay, already 2 books has been issued to this student. Okay, we can note this down and we can add this later on.
Yeah, I'm noting this down.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this was our issue book. Now, how you can issue a book to a user. Now, once this is the way the student, if the student has come to library, they can issue a book from the issue book, or you can scan directly from the barcode. Now there is one more way of where how the student can issue is that the student can place a request directly from their login. Okay. Now in that case, it will come to the book request over here. So I can do that. That I have to do a student login. I'll do that in. Okay. Now, like I said, the first way was that the child directly goes to the library. The second way is that they can directly place a request for a book using their web login. So in the student's end, they can first go to library tab. Now in library tab, whichever books they are currently issued, they'll be able to see that. And also if they have returned, at what date they have returned that particular books. At the same time, they can apply for a book. They can just search the keywords of the book. Or I can.
So this also serves as a purpose. They can see what are different books are there in the library directly from the weblog itself. Suppose
If the child knows just the keywords, that is just the words of the.
That is one option. Or if they just have, they want to know, they want to find what all books are there on science subjects or this. So that way also they can search for this various topic categories and all this. Okay, so basically students can also get to know what all books are there in different topics in a library, and they can also apply for the books.
So you can, the student can search through the category or subcategory, or the child can directly search from the name. No.
I think don't apply any category in search.
Yes,
and
I'm
remove the
actually.
keyword.
Okay.
Keyword also.
Okay, no category. Okay.
then he will be able to see all the students on the login, all the books.
No, so actually over here we need, yeah, he'll be able to see all the books, yeah, 630 books. All the ones.
The students can check all the books. They can apply for various books directly from their login also. Okay, fine.
So yeah, I'll just apply for one book that we only created just now. Okay. Now, let's say I'm trying to apply for this. Are you sure you want to apply? Book application said successfully. Now I can see over here whether the request is pending. Automatically it changes to request is pending. Now, once this request is made, over here in book request, I'll just refresh the screen. It comes over here now, the one which we did for ABC murder fiction, and at what time he has requested for, and the pending access. Now over here I have options whether I want to accept the request or whether I want to reject the request. Once I accept the request, automatically the status will change to issued, so that the child can come and pick it up from the library. And reject request is it's rejected. No, I just. So these are two ways of which book can be issued. One is that directly from the library issue book, or the child can place a request from their logins. Now, after that comes the return book tab. Now, return book, whenever someone comes to return a book, you'll be able to see that how many days are remaining. If there is any delay, that how many days delay is there. And if there is any fine set for that, previously, you'll be able to see how much fine they owe. Now, I think for this I had set as the percentage of the book. Now, when you're taking a return of the book, I'll just take for this. Okay. Now, return of the book, the delay fine is automatically applied based on what you have set, based on whether you have set it in percentage or whether you have set it in how much per day. So, based on that, the delay fine will be applied. Then you can enter your remarks and click on return book. Now, in case if the book is returned as damaged, then you can do lost or damaged. Or if the child comes later on to renew the book, you can click on renew and renew the book. So whichever you click, automatically the book status changes to that. That is, if it's returned, it will be available for issue again. If it's lost or damaged, in reports, we'll be able to see which books, the name of the books which are which will come under lost or damaged category. And
if you mark it as lost, then the book won't be available for issuing.
Yeah, it won't be available for issue, and it will be there in the report that this particular book is lost. Book lost status has been completed. In this way, you'll be able to either while returning the book, you can see whether the child is returning, whether after a duration you want to renew it, or whether the book is lost or damaged. Now, this is about the return book. Now, these are the two ways of issuing, and how the librarian can return or report the book as lost or damaged. Now, once after this, if you want to see the reports, that is like I have one question, that which are the lost books, which are the damaged books, how many have been reported. So in reports, I'll be able to see that. Now, the one which I updated just now, ABC murders, what was the date and time exactly when I have entered that this is lost, damaged. I'll be able to see that over here. And yeah, there's again book history, that if one particular book I want to see history of, I'll just select the book name. You can see all. One second, I'll just reload my screen. For some reason it's getting freezed. So in reports, there are two types of histories. Book history, that is for one particular book if you want to see. Keyword.
And here, typing box should be there, no? Type box, search box.
Yeah, it's there. There's a keyword box over here.
Gotcha.
Because I think, yeah,
In
now
the
I'm
book
able
history,
to type.
we get it first that book where we issue book. There itself we get no book history.
Yeah, we get book history there also, and here also. Wherever you want.
And date.
Not able to. I think there's one issue with my screen because when I'm sharing screen, sometimes it gets squeezed. in between.
Is there any query? You can just unmute and ask if any query till then now, whatever we have covered on that part.
Yes, staff can also, sir. Staff can also. As we have set the renew dates for students and staff, you can set the same for staff also. The only thing is for staff, if the dates are different, like sometimes many schools or institutions, staff is allowed to, let's see, the issue period is bigger. So in that case, in just the settings, you need to define that. That's all.
Well, you
But
can have
staff can also.
different this days for student and staff. Okay, so how to issue book to staff? Can you show that?
Yes. See over here, you are able to see teacher. If I do teacher, my screen is visible, right?
Yes, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I can select the user type as teacher and which the subgroup and name. The same way it will be assigned to user. Same way we did for student. Now,
Okay, just a minute. Can you come to that screen again? Also, there was some option for father, mother, something I was saying there. Can you explain what is that about while issuing book?
okay, 1 minute. Where did we see that? Okay, parent, father, parent, mother. Now, yeah, in case some schools also have an option where the parent, I think the parents can. I need to select a class.
So you mean we can issue book to parents also if some
Yeah,
schools
parents
wants.
also. Yeah, you can decide how many users, like user groups we have. Depending on that, you'll be able to assign.
Okay.
The access that we were talking about earlier in the library settings, the profile types. I think that is one part of it. Somewhere. We had added that for some for a school where they wanted an option where parent can also.
1 minute, 1 minute. And on this right hand side, this is showing properly, like all these history of the book. So I think
Yes,
this
sir.
is fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, so we can go to other part, like report part.
Yeah. So report the book history that you see there, you'll be able to see over here also. The in case for any particular book, if you want to know exactly the complete history of the book, that is there. Then user history is there. That if I want to check for one student, The start date. Now let's say if I want to see from January till now, what all books he had issued, how many are lost, how many are pending. So if I just select the date, or I'll be able to see for all times, like what all.
So we get to
issued
know
books.
how many books student is issuing and all this. So whether he's making use of library and how many books he's reading, you can just get an idea on this. Am I right? Through
Yes,
this?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Through this, we'll get to know the complete history of the user also.
Means we get to know if that student is issuing books from the library and all this, we get to know whether
Yes,
he's
sir.
reading
How
books.
many are yet to return? Usually at the end of the year, librarian wants to know.
That is also there, and whether a student is using library books, is reading or not, we get to know from this.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, fine.
Then after that is general report, that if you want to see it in last 5 days, last 15 days, what all, how many are issued, how many were lost. So if I change the date from, so total how many books are issued, total how many are returned, total how many are lost.
What if you click on that issue?
It will open and it is I'll be able to see which all are issued currently,
Okay.
by whom.
Okay. So basically, here we get to know how much the library be getting used and all this, how many students are issuing the books and all this. We, I think, get to know from here.
Book details. It's the same thing we have already in edit book, all the book details stuff.
Okay.
If you want to download, export to Excel, that can happen. The same data that we have in our site, it will just get exported. Then lost books, which books are reported as lost, which books are reported as damaged, and expenditure. Now, expenditure is usually how much you have paid for that particular books. Now, whenever you buy a book, how much price you have paid. We had added commercials while buying a book. So that if you want to see the total for how many books I have bought and for each book how much I have paid. So that you'll be able to see in expenditure.
Okay. There's some disturbance here. Can you mute it?
Yes, sir. Okay. So yeah, that's about reports, library. Any queries you can ask if you want me to explain any particular.
There's one
points.
query. One user, how many maximum count he or she should issue?
We haven't kept any count, sir, as of now. Like, we can,
I think
if possible, we can
add,
keep. Yeah, we can.
we need to add this as well.
One
Yes.
second. I'll note that down.
Manu Falcone, madam, sir, you have any query? Okay. Any queries? Anyone on this? I think we have covered most of the part. So if any queries, anything you can ask. You were getting mute that Manu, Mr. Manu.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So any queries on this? I think it's a good model. Initially, you might have some. We would have hiccups here and there. But once you add these books and all this, it would become very easy to maintain all your library, complete library model.
Yeah, Vibha,
Yes, sir.
basically, see, student can apply from their application, mobile app. So,
No, sir, not from app, from web login.
okay, so on app, this facility is not available for applying the books.
Currently, it's there in web login. So.
Okay, okay, fine. Otherwise, once the books get this thing issue, we can notify them from this thing notification that the books is going to get applied. Or after completion of their this thing, the tenure, because there is a fine also after completion of the if they are get this thing delayed for return the books in their library. So
Right.
at that time, we can also notify them by notification. This part is there.
But the thing is, see, we can definitely add a lot of things into this. Once schools, we see that many schools are still not using library module. So we want that the schools start using this, maximum schools, and then we can add on to features like, extra features like notification and all this. We can keep on doing incremental development into this.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so any query from anyone? Any queries you can ask? Any query or any suggestions? Any things you would like to add into this? Or overall, how did you find this module, library module?
Yes, teachers, you can give us your feedback. Sonal ma'am, Vishali ma'am, what do you think about the module? What all improvements you might suggest? Okay, so teachers, you can unmute and let us know. Thank you, ma'am.
So you can start using this. I think if you want the Excel from us, Viva, you can. I think you're sending
Yeah,
some
I'll share
links.
I'll share the link on the
Chat. You can
chat.
send us your books in Excel. We can add it and give it to you, and then we can start using this.
So I've sent a link. Sorry. I've sent a sending a link. I've sent a link in the chat box. You can copy that link. You can send us a sample Excel format accordingly, and you can put us a mail at support@prisons.in with with your data, with your school's library data, and we'll upload that, and you can start using your library module.
Yeah. So we can, I think,
Yes, sir.
conclude the session.
Yes. So thank you all for joining in with us, and I hope you. Yes, ma'am. We are hoping that it will attract students to reading, and we are hoping that you like the library module, and you kindly send us your data to support@prisons.in, and we'll add your library data, and you can start using the module. For any other queries, you can reach our support team at support@prisons.in. Thank you, and I hope you have a good day.
Thanks, madam. Thanks. Nice information.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.